first time, like, thinking about this. I wasn't going to do this video, but someone was like, why not? Because of this video that I literally just made, it made me want to do this. So my review on UFC 6, one thing that I do like is from the get-go, as soon as you play it, you'll notice this is a very different game than UFC 5. That's one thing that I love about this. It's such a different game. There's like, I mean, the gameplay is pretty much the same a little bit with some minor tweaks, but the minor tweaks to it is such a big difference. And I'm not talking about the striking that they implemented of the character likenesses and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about more the fact that, for example, the over and under hooks are so easy to get now on this game, and I feel like it makes takedowns so much more fun and fluid. I like the fact that they got like this sitting on the cage. Like, you know how Khabib used to, like, take you down by the cage and just, you're sitting on the cage trying to get right back up. I like the fact that they added that because that wasn't in last year's game. And it's such a great part of the fighting. I never knew how good of a part that would be. I'm like, it's probably just something that might happen rarely. But quite often, I've caught myself by the cage trying to get back up, and I was in that position. But, there are some negative Nancy's. There are some negative Nancy's. One thing that I want to talk about is the striking itself, is the fighting combat. One thing that I've noticed immediately, and when I say immediately, I'm talking about literally immediately, is how clunky the striking is. And I don't know if it's just me that feel that way, but the striking is very clunky. Like there's times where you'll punch somebody and it won't even hit them, or it won't connect. There's times where it should connect, but it won't. It's like it's clunky. Like, I can't describe it. The amount of clunkiness. It's like playing UFC. I mean, not UFC. It's like playing Undisputed. The new Undisputed game. What was it? Undisputed what? I gotta find the name of the game. It's called... Oh, this shit pop up. It's just called Undisputed. So, yeah. So the game is just literally called Undisputed, but it's the new one that came out. It's like the boxing game. But you know how, like, a lot of the punches they don't feel crisp. One thing I say about UFC 5 is the striking was crisp. I do like the striking on UFC 5. And I'm not talking about the animations. I'm just talking about how they connect, how they feel. They just... On this game, when you strike, sometimes it feels like there's a chance that this strike won't go through at all. There's a chance that it'll barely hit him. You know what I mean? There's times where I feel like even if they're not blocking, there's a chance that I still might miss a punch. You know what I mean? Like, just shit like that. It's very clunky. And then for a lot of these fighters, like, for example, me right here, right? It feels so fluid, right? You would think, like, when I'm fighting on here, it feels very fluid. But then you take that into a real game, and none of that is there. And you could say, well, he's not blocking, blah, 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 blah. No, that's not the point. I'm just saying, like, I could play even on easy mode. I even tried it. And it still feels, like, clunky to me. I just don't know why. But that's, like, my only... I feel like they're going to probably make it better. They're probably updating it, but as of right now, it feels very clunky. I like they added a lot of small details. One thing I have tried for a little bit and then I instantly clicked off was legacy mode. I'm very disappointed, and I've heard everything there was to hear about legacy mode. I don't want to play it. I don't need to. I was going to play it, because the only thing that even made me remotely happy about it is it's like, at least it's a story mode for my creative character. can't create a character. Well, from what I've noticed, I couldn't create my character and put him in the story. I thought it was going to be something like you create this guy, you create a guy and he's in the story, and then it goes to career mode with your guy. No, it was not like that. It's a whole guy that you can't create. Um, unless there's some, I don't know, maybe there is a way you could create him. I just don't know about it. But from what I have seen, you can create a guy and throw him in the story mode. Another thing I want to add to is the fact that the graphics, okay, the graphics. Now, this is, in my opinion, it's a hit and miss at the same time. The reason why I say it's a hit and miss at the same time is strictly because it tries to focus on realism, but also it focuses more on graphics than realism, in my opinion. Like I like the graphics better than last year's, maybe, and I think the reason why I'm saying that is just because it's fresh and something new. But for example, something like, first of all, this Islam Makhachev, I don't know why people haven't hated on this as much as they should have. The way he's built, the face, everything, that does not look like Islam Makhachev. It looks like somebody trying to dress up as Islam Makhachev, but it doesn't look like him, in my opinion. Like, obviously, it looks similar because, again, they're trying to make him, but opposed to, like, just his model's terrible. But, like, look at this. Now, you would think these graphics look nice, and which they do, to a degree. In my opinion, I feel like they just need to chill a little bit on the fog. I feel like there's a lot of fog. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's their lazy way of trying to give every arena their own feel. By giving green fog to the MGM Grand Arena. Giving orange's gold fog to the Madison Square Garden. And every other arena is just blue. So I feel like they're just trying to, like, I don't know. But if you want an arena to have its own feel, actually try to make the arena different, I don't know. But long story short, even though it's like this, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't. If I was to rate this game, I would generally give it a 7 out of 10. Because this game has the potential to be the best. Like, it has a potential. Like, Legacy, it had a potential. Like, if you could imagine, if you could create your character on this, right, and go through this long story, and then they was able to implement, like, promos, you know what I mean? If they was able to implement promos, not just in Legacy, but just in my career fights in general, that would be tough. Could you imagine if they had something like WWE's Universe mode on here? That would be tough as well. They're like, people don't understand how much, okay? People don't understand how much potential UFC games have that they never capitalize on. The reason why they don't capitalize on it is because strictly offline mode doesn't do nothing for them. And that's just with any company. Like, people try to stop focusing on offline mode as much. Like me, I don't really play online mode that much. I've always been a person that like playing by themselves. Unless I got like a friend on or something, I might jump on. But a lot of the times, it just be me just, playing around. Yeah, so maybe I'll buy PlayStation Plus, run a couple online fights, but as of right now, I don't know, but I give it a 7 out of 10. Like UFC 5, when that came out, I rated a 4 out of 10. So it's doing good, but it's just the graphics is a hit and miss at the same time. Like, you see how the background of this look right here? Even though it's real life, I think like this is real. I think the background's real. But could you imagine if they had like you know how the bag just seems pushed in a little bit? Like you see how it doesn't feel like the crowd like the way the camera is set with the camera makes everything feels closer than it should. You know what I mean? I feel like if they want to give this a real feel, I feel like they should do something like that. Push the arena more, make it more close together instead of less fur. Because look how much people it looks like is behind them. It looks like there's a lot of people. It looks hella realistic. It's just cool. It's just real cool. I like that. But as like I said, as of the game, I don't know. I I'm not like this game's like the best UFC, but it's definitely great. It's definitely great, and it has potential. If they add it, I'm in the dull stage of it right now. Because my main priority was because on UFC 5 I was able to add all the fighters. I had a whole 50 fighter roster. And then when I got this game, I had to do it all over again. Luckily enough, I had this game for probably like 2 3 days prior on that, and I was finally able to put a lot of time into this, and I got all my 50 fighters for my brand. Now for this, every fighter that you see on here, every single fighter is only on 3 weight classes, which is featherweight, welterweight, and heavyweight. Now, last year it was like on UFC 5. I said last year. Well, last game it was only lightweight, welterweight, and heavyweight. But then I realized there's smaller fighters out there. Let's just switch it to featherweight. You know what I mean? And then the tallest you could be is 5'10". I mean 5'11". So that's a very wide range opposed to like lightweight. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. So we went and did featherweight. But would I recommend you buy this game? If you already have UFC 5, would I recommend it? Honestly, as of right now, no, I won't recommend it. I would suggest you wait until the price goes down and then get it. But as of right now, yeah, don't get it. But if it lowers, then you could get it. Not saying it's not worth the buy, but it's just like it's $70. You know, it's a different game. If you want something new, I'd do it. But yeah, I don't know. The game's not bad though. Like when I got the game, I got the disc version. For now, I'm getting a disc version of games now. So I could trade them in the future. But me getting this game, do I regret it? No, I do not regret it. But there'd be times where I'm like, what if I would have just kept that extra money? You know? But no, it was worth it. I'm happy I got it. There's not a lot to do at last. But I feel like if UFC did more with their games, this could really like rival like the biggest game franchises. Could you imagine, right? If you have like if you had like a universe mode on here. I know I just said that, but could you really imagine? Like you're able to have press conference rivalries. Like majority of MMA is based off storytelling. Majority of it, you know? It's like WWE except for it's real, not fake. If WWE was real, it would be UFC. You know, pretty self-explanatory. So why not have the story element of it in there? That's like WWE without universe mode. You know what I mean? You know how bland I get fast. So yeah, so it's a real good game. But make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. I know I'm nowhere near close, but little help, I'll never forget you. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe again, and peace.